Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, I would like to talk about the sheer hypocrisy of sycophants like Chief Svosve of Change Radio. He and his colleagues praise Chamisa at every opportunity. And they also condemn Zanu PF at every opportunity. While some of us will agree with the latter, I've said on this site that Zimbabwe is a failed state, that it cannot be denied that we are a failed state because for the last 45 years, we've been stuck with a corrupt, incompetent, and tyrannical Zanu PF dictatorship. That has rigged the elections to stay in power all these years. However, we cannot also deny that we have had many golden opportunities to end the Zanu PF dictatorship. And we've wasted them all. And this is where we come back to MDC CCC leaders. We cannot deny that MDC leaders have failed to implement even one token reform to stop Zanu PF rigging elections and staying in power. They wasted the golden opportunity of the 2008 to 2013 GNU. Yes, I know that there are some people there who still do not understand that the primary purpose of the GNU was to implement the democratic reforms and end the Zanu PF dictatorship. It's a pity that even now, with the benefit of hindsight, we do have people who do not understand that. But that does not change the reality on the ground, that we had the golden opportunity and MDC leaders wasted it. And ever since the failed GNU, the MDC leaders have conned people to participate in flawed elections to give Zanu PF legitimacy and thus perpetuate the dictatorship. And this is where these sycophants, Chief Svosve and his fellow Change Radio and others come in. Because they've refused to admit that MDC CCC leaders have sold out. Here is Change Radio doing one of the things that they've done consistently, praising Chamisa. That is all very well. But when you start showing that, and next to it, you show things like like this one. I find it, to say the least, annoying. It is the same Chief Svosve who posted that. I love my country. I'm ashamed of my government. What he meant, of course, is he's ashamed of the Zanu PF government. But he loves MDC, CCC, and Chamisa in particular. Here is the individual who has consistently praised Chamisa, calling him change champion in chief. And yet every time you ask him, if Chamisa is the change champion in chief, name one change that he has implemented in the 25 years MDC CCC have been on the political stage, including the 5 years in the GNU. He has failed to name one. Because there is no change that Chamisa and company have brought. We really have got to put our foot down and silence these sycophants, self-serving sycophants, who keep praising Chamisa and company and to con people are ashamed of the Zanu PF dictators. We cannot separate the two. Chamisa and company are Zanu PF team B in all but name. They've been playing for team A to win and to have legitimacy. This is why we are stuck. We have to deal with that problem if we want to move on. And these sycophants, with their tendency of ignoring the reality on the ground, are not helping the situation. We have to deal with these sycophants. They have got to accept that Chamisa is a liar, he's a conman, he's corrupt, he's incompetent. He has sold out and failed to implement any meaningful change. We cannot be ashamed of the Zanu PF dictatorship and yet praise the very individuals who have connived with the Zanu PF dictatorship by failing to implement changes when they had the opportunity to do so, and by conning people to participate in flawed elections. We've got to be smart enough to realize by now that MDC, CCC leaders are hunting with the Zanu PF hounds and running with the povo hair. That is the reality. And we have to accept it and deal with it. We cannot keep on pretending that Chamisa and company are still fighting in the ordinary people's corner. They are not. And the sycophants who are spreading the falsehoods that they are have got to be called out. Think about it.